Hi, welcome to this video podcast. My name is Nanji. I'm one of the co-founders of ImproveCX. And today I'm at RBS Digital in Leeds talking to Steve. Welcome, Steve. Steve is a content manager with the content management team at RBS. So Steve, just for people watching this video podcast, could you give us like a kind of a brief summary of what your role is at RBS and what you do?
Yeah, sure. So my role is predominantly help and support. I'm part of a content management team. So we deal with customer-facing external FAQs.
Mm-hmm.
So where a customer may need assistance or guidance on our products, our services, we're here to help.
Okay.
So we would look to drive and deliver content that is clear, is concise, and ultimately serves the customer in the best way we can.
Fantastic. So let me just drill a little bit deeper.
Sure.
The knowledge management system that you use on a day-to-day basis to achieve this, could you tell me what some of the core components are of that system?
So we have, we've got a number of different things at our disposal with our system.
Mm-hmm.
So we have an internal dictionary, as it were, that allows us to manipulate and try and drill down queries as best we can. So we have almost, I don't want to say shortcuts, but there are bits of code that we can implement that will serve a wider variety of products and services,
Okay.
which ultimately enables us to help a wider variety of products customers
Okay.
in a better way.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you mentioned you've got like these users that you're trying to help. Could you allude a little bit more to who are the users of the system and what is it that you're trying to achieve for them?
Well, that's our customers.
Okay.
So we were internal as well as external. We are now predominantly external.
Right.
So it is customers of RBS.
Okay.
Be them mortgage customers or account customers,
Yeah.
even insurance and things like that. We have content available to help customers in all areas, as well as wide as we can possibly be. To save them having to call effectively, we would like to be able to give them the answer they need, and for them to be able to find it easily.
Right. So would it be fair to say that the work that you do is predominantly around web self-service, getting the customer to serve themselves?
Absolutely, yeah. We would absolutely promote self-service, and that's ultimately our drive. Effectively, if we could perfect the services, the products we have, I wouldn't have a job.
Okay.
So it would be nice to get there.
Yeah.
But,
that's a bit strange, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a long road.
Yeah.
But while we aren't there, and it's not coming soon. That's
you're getting there.
Yeah.
Slowly but okay. So let me ask you this. You said it's for your customers and your consumers, and you mentioned RBS. So could you tell us about some of the brands that covers, and where exactly would they find this work that you are doing? Where would it appear?
Okay, so available throughout the RBS umbrella, so NatWest, Ulster, Isle of Man, for a few. We have help and support pages on our websites. So the help and support sections of those websites includes a link to the database, so a search facility into what I do, which then it looks through what we already have as existing data, our knowledge base, and would be interpreting the questions given to find a relevant answer.
And what about, I guess a lot of your customers today are now starting to use mobile. Is it available on the mobile platform as well?
It is. Yeah. So we've been doing a lot of focus towards the mobile journey. We've all been encouraged to actively test what we're doing as we're doing it on mobile devices of varying sizes, just to see if it's optimal. we understand obviously in today's society that people aren't sat at the desk, computer all the time. They're out and about. They may have a query as they're on the way to a branch appointment, for example, and just want to find something out quickly. Do I need to know this? Could this be a question that would crop up in my meeting?
This is really good. So you're doing all this work and people are consuming this knowledge that you've created on mobile or on their desktops and so on, and it's all around web self-service. How do you know and how do you measure whether you're doing a good job and you're trying to achieve these goals that we've talked about?
Yeah, so good question. We have a lot of focus on feedback, on reviewing, general optimization. So we would go back through, we have access to numerous different files, MI, that gives us data. So customer feedback, what they've written in verbatim. We have positive, negative scores. We have a lot of review time that allows us to digest not only what they've put in verbatim feedback, but whether or not that tallies or correlates to the was this helpful yes or no scores that we're seeing, and based on what we're seeing and given from our customers, we can tweak, we can change, we can get rid of if it's appropriate.
So basically your customers are giving you feedback to let you know what you're doing well and also what you're not doing so well.
Yes.
And you're acting on it.
Yes.
Okay, lovely. So let me ask you about some of the benefits that you might have achieved. So we talked about web self-service, and I would guess that the more people doing web self-service would mean that you get less calls, for example, coming into your call center. Could you talk a little bit about some of the benefits that you know your work has caused to happen?
Well, yeah. I mean, so our database, or the database that I'm part of and fortunate enough to be working with, we have equated it to I think it was over 200 staff.
Right.
So the ability to answer the topics that we cover has catered for what would be over to, I can't remember the exact figures, but it was over 200 staff. So a call centre, effectively. I can tell you that between March and August this year, we had a 25% rating improvement on our content based on the work that we're doing for optimization.
That's superb. So let me just be very clear about this. If I was to turn off your knowledge management system, and I'm not suggesting we do this, but I would essentially need as many as 200 call center agents to deal with that volume of queries that you guys are handling on web self-service, Okay, and I would guess when you factor that in over the years that you've been doing knowledge management, that could equate into millions of pounds worth of savings for RBS.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And as well as making those savings, would it be fair to say that actually it's also good for customer satisfaction and customer experience?
Of course, because it's not only are we promoting the self-service, but they themselves know that they don't need to visit a branch, they don't need to call, they can get their answers, or as near as they can be, they can get what information they need from an FAQ database, from our knowledge base.
So it's not just about saving money, it's also about improving customer experience and customer satisfaction.
It's about doing what's right for the customer. It's the money factor isn't a
driver.
No, not at all. If it's right and we optimise just a few FAQs versus you know, a little impact on many, we would do the few.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So let me ask you a little bit about the technologies that you use. So RBS have been quite forward-thinking in some of the technologies that they've used. So, for example, I know you guys use natural language search to make it easier to find the knowledge that you're creating, and I know that that you've started using some artificial intelligence now on some of your websites. I want you to think a little bit about the future. Gaze into your crystal ball, if you like. If I came and did this interview with you, say 5 years from now, how would you see knowledge management having evolved in that time? What do you think is going to happen?
Okay, so AI is in its infancy.
Yeah.
So the amount of work and resource going into it, I would hope that I would be answering that question with it's a more advanced artificial intelligence. There would be, I would assume there would be chatbots covering the majority of our site, if not all.
Okay.
It drives, well, with the hope to drive efficiency,
Yeah.
with the hope to further drive the drive away rather the need to call, the need to visit a branch, the need for a customer to do anything outside of their own comfort zone.
Okay.
So yeah, I see artificial intelligence as being somewhere we're going.
Okay.
It's not my opinion. I think that's
Just
fairly
accepted.
widely shared.
Okay. And would you say the reasons are that people like conversing using their mobile phone, and it's what everyone's doing anyway?
Yeah, society's habits are changing towards mobile. So absolutely, yeah. You're on the train, you're on your commute to work.
Yeah.
You don't have your PC with you. People may have tablets, whatnot, but it's far more likely they've got their mobile with them.
Yeah. Fantastic. So, thank you very much for your time, Steve. It was really enlightening, and hopefully I'll come back in 5 years' time and we'll be doing this interview again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.